to this vlog, September 27, 2024. I just want to remind myself about how I was right in the past. I made a video vlog in around 2008 about how they will normalize everything going back to the past, like it's in a loop. Like starting at that time was like starting with what do you call that? The feminism, right? And then after that, homosexuality, and then after homosexuality is normalized, it will be the pedophile, and then after the pedophile will be the incesting, and then after the incesting is going back again to the cannibalism. I remember back in the days, everyone called me crazy until today's too. But I think right now they started to wake up because recently the viral thing is happening right now is about the PDD, Puff Daddy, how they reveal the Hollyweird, and then how everyone in Hollywood actually kind of whore. They're they're selling their soul, and then they're basically selling, being a whore to get stepped up in a Hollywood or a Hollyweird. And then this is not a new thing. This is if you're not in the mainstream, you already know this is it's very common, like the a Sodom and Gomorrah stuff. And then like I said, and then that's the reason why I'm making a separate account, because I always be called a crazy, but I know that I'm not. I know I'm right, and then now it's revealing one by one that I'm always right, starting from the women's, the femininity, and then homosexuality. It happening 8 years after I made the video. And then after that is it's gonna be the pedophile, and I know it sounds crazy. And then after the pedophile will be the incesting, and then after incesting is the cannibalism. But what I'm trying to say in here is the Hollyweird inverted community. People still waking up about all this Hollyweird is sex trafficking, and then they're oh, it's not only sex trafficking. It's all about all the Hollywood. They're all basically they're all LGBT, and then after the LGBT they're okay, I'm gonna stop in here, but I'm just trying to say why they're doing this. And remember, is about 30 days from now on is the election, and then this is just distraction to cover everything what's going on right now, especially the war and most political issues that they want to cover is always cover with the celebrity or Hollywood things. Remember, when was that the last time? Then it was Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. It was so stupid that I don't even know why people following. But they try to cover something else. But I'm trying to say in here, people got oh, I'm awake right now. I'm awakened right now because these people so far they're selling sex for this, selling soul for that. But they haven't even known yet. There's just almost the celebrity or inverted sex, mostly transgender. They didn't even know. Once they know, they're probably gonna come to another awakening, and then by the time they realize that, they must be covering for some other issues. What I'm trying to say in here, try not to get distracted by this viral whatever is going on in the mainstream, because it's becoming mainstream right now. I'm trying to say the weirdness of this Sodom and Gomorrah thing is becoming very mainstream, means very normal to people. You're not gonna stop watching Forrest Gump movie just because the Tom Hanks involved in that. You're not gonna stop watching Will Smith's movie if you know that he's involved in this. You're not gonna stop watching all of the movie that you like, all these Marvel movies, all the celebrities, all the actors, they're all involved. They're all involved. So are you gonna stop watching that? No. So what are you gonna do? If you want to stay present, so stay neutral. Do not get this distracted and go to you, because this is all subliminal. They keep putting this in a viral, in a a media, into a viral form, Meaning like every time that you open your phone, every time you open your social media, this is what you're gonna hear about the sex trafficking, about the how they selling their sex, their soul, and then after that the pedo. People who didn't know this term, they will like have an urge to find out what is that. Like some people, they didn't know anything about this thing, or not even know the term. It's a very new vocabulary, new term for them. But because of this internet, they have the Google, so they type what is pedophile, or like they even have the chat GPT, they even have like all AI, so they just can say like, Siri, what is pedophile? Siri, what is this? Siri, what is like, what is cannibalism? What is it? So, and then they will get educated for that. But do you know what it means? If you get more knowledge, mean they imprint the new knowledge in your brain or in your consciousness, or like you're subconsciously like accepting all of this like new what do you call it? New understanding that you didn't have it before. It's okay if you want it, but like for you, especially if you have kids or someone that you don't want to, them to get involved. So I think it's just you better to ignore this. Like what I'm saying is like, if you didn't know pedophile before, then you type it or say it. Oh, what is the pedophile on the ChatGPT? And then you're gonna see, and then what is the term, and then what is that about? And then they will show you image, okay? This is the real thing. They will show you image, and then they even show you a cartoon image about the activity of that. So I'm not trying to tell you to go there, but because I been through it, okay? I was so stupid because I was very curious person, so I did. And then I went to rabbit hole, like a really deep rabbit hole because of that, and then it took me forever to like go back to the surface, means like to go back to the neutrality. But what I'm trying to say, like, try not to stain your own brain for that stuff, because if you know what is that about, stop there if you don't want to get involved. Because the more that you dig out, the more you dig out about the info, more knowledge you're gonna get, and then you imprint it in more, and then it's becoming your reality. Like this is like they are set to be like that. They are set to like make all people talk about it, becoming viral. They keep sharing, and then becoming a new reality, right? So, and then look at before about the homosexuality. It was like, oh my god, this person homo, this person is gay, blah blah. But then after that, like, guys, it's just love. It's everything the same. It's just love. So people normalize it, right? So it's the same thing with the pedophile. Like when, oh my god, like how could you, it's like kids, like you have children there for the children, child trafficking, for sex, child trafficking. But it's gonna come the time that they will normalize this, all right? And it's gonna come as a reality, your fruition for like keep talking about it. It's like it's your neuro science rule that you keep talking about it, and then it's gonna be repeated. It's more like, it's not an affirmation, but it is kind of, you keep training your brain into it, and then you imprint it. You're like a blueprint in your reality. Like, guys, my job here, I'm training AI. I know how it works. So for you to like stop there means like stop digging about it if you don't want to get involved in it. Because it's gonna come like that. It's gonna come like a pedophile. It's gonna be like the same like a homosexual. Like it's gonna like normalize. It's all about it's a minority preference. Blah 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 blah. And then when's gonna come another time, another era that like oh, there's no way we're like not involved in incesting because everyone like related. Now look at the Adam and Eve. It's gonna come like that. So they're gonna make an excuse to normalize incesting stuff. I'm not talking about like direct like that, but it's like first like cousin to cousins, and then after cousins like uncle and nephew, and then like they're gonna talk about, it's all about love, guys, love. So it's gonna be like that. The same with the cannibalism later. Like about the vegan and then carnivore, and then the cannibalism is gonna come back because once back in the days, cannibalism is like they did exist, right? So my message in here is just like try to stay in a neutral state, do not get distracted with it, and then if you don't want, do not dig up more about it, because once you dig, especially in this, the virus of the knowledge is going to come to your brain, and then you're not going to get away with it. The only way you can do is like brainwash yourself to forget about it, or like do some hypnosis. But with all this reality that's going on right now, like you open the social media, there's no way you can get away with that. Like, trust me, because I'm working in this field. All right, so that's my message. So I hope you are safe. Stay safe.